So sitting up nice and tall, let's bring the hands together, grounding through the sit bones, lengthening through the spine, setting our intention. May our practice connect us with our strength, both in our bodies and in our minds, allowing us to bring that with us throughout the day. And then make your way onto your back and grab a yoga strap if you have one. Drawing your right knee into your chest, begin to circle your right ankle in one direction and circle in the other direction. And then take that strap to the ball of the right foot, extending the right leg up. Draw your right hip forward toward your left foot so that your hips are level. And as you hold the strap, allow your shoulders to release a little bit. Now bring your left hand on the top of your left thigh and hip to remind it to stay down as you exhale and open your right leg to the right. Turn to look over the left shoulder as long as that's okay on your neck. Taking ujjayi breaths in and out through the nose. Inhales and exhales equal in length. Inhale back to center, switch hands, and exhale, take the leg to the left and twist. Still trying to draw that right hip forward so your hips are level. And look over your right shoulder. Take a couple long, deep breaths in this twist. Great for digestion. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders, pull your belly in, start to use your abdominal muscles to hold you up. And then release. And put the strap over on your left side and hug your left knee into your chest, circling the left ankle in one direction and the other direction. Your right leg can stay bent with the foot on the floor or extend it out. If it's extended, point the right toes up to the ceiling. Grab your strap and take it onto the ball of the left foot and draw that left hip forward so the hips are level. So as you're holding the strap in your left hand, just make sure that you're still softening around the neck and the shoulders and the jaw. So we want to keep the strength in the legs, but soften other places like the jaw. Exhale, open to the left, but keep your right hand on your right hip and thigh to keep that grounded down. Looking over the right shoulder. So we begin to stretch out the legs because we're going to do some strengthening. And we want to stretch out a little bit first. Inhale, center. And exhale, take the leg over to the right, looking left. Still keeping that left hip drawing gently forward. And again, deep breaths in the twist. Really good for your spine, really good for your digestion. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders. Begin to pull your belly in to engage those abdominal muscles, strengthening them. One more breath and release. And then bend both knees and extend the right knee into the chest. And then lift your left leg off the floor and begin to lift head and shoulders up. You can hold the leg or extend the fingertips forward by your sides, your arms extended, or you can cradle your head in your hands, especially if your neck bothers you. Inhale, right leg up toward the ceiling, stretch it out. Exhale, start to lift up, touching hands behind the thigh, and then slowly lower almost down. Inhale, lift up, stay up, and make your way into Navasana. Make sure in boat pose that your spine is lengthened, your chest is lifted and widened. And keep your arms by your sides or hands behind the head as you slowly lower back to your back. Then bending the left knee into the chest. Start to lift your right leg off the mat just maybe a few inches, head and shoulders up. You can hold the left leg, you can reach the arms forward, or you can cradle your head in your hands to protect your neck. Inhale, left leg up. Keep breathing here. As you take your next exhale, lift up. See if you can touch your hands behind your leg. Inhale, lower, but not all the way down. Exhale, lift up to seated. Bend both knees, hold on behind the thighs, or reach the arms up. Knees can be bent or straight, but keep your spine long. Don't let the upper back round. And release that, crossing at your shins. And then make your way into table. Wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. As you inhale, bring your chest forward, lift your chin and tailbone. As you exhale, round your back, pull your ribs and belly and chin toward chest. Again, inhale, widen across the collarbones, bringing the chest forward. Exhale, rounding the back and hollowing out the belly. Inhale, bring the chest through, lifting chin and tailbone, and exhale, begin to round your back, and then make your way back to a neutral spine. Extend the left leg back and lift it up from the inner thigh and drop the outer hip. Did I say left leg? I meant right. Either one. And then left arm forward. So opposite arm and leg. Inhale to extend. If you point your toes down, it'll help keep the hips level. Exhale, slowly draw the knee and elbow to center. Inhale, reach out. Keep the belly lifted. Exhale, slowly draw it in. Inhale, reach out. As you reach out, drop the outer right hip down. Exhale, pull it in like you're moving through water. Inhale and reach out. Keep the leg up, but release the arm. Tuck your right toes under so the leg is straight. Pull your left knee to chest. Inhale to plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, plank pose. And exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, back to plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, right knee to chest. Come back to plank pose, and then lift your hips into downward facing dog, and bicycle your legs here to stretch them out a little bit. Make sure your arms are shoulders distance and your feet are hips width apart. Keep your breath nice and steady, even it out here. And then inhale, come back to table. Line up your wrists again under the shoulders and knees under the hips. Extend the left leg back. And then inhale, lift it up from the inner thigh and drop the outer hip. Keep the belly lifted and right arm forward. Stretch through the arm and the leg. Still widen the collarbones. Breathing here, inhale to lengthen. Then exhale, elbow to knee, right down the center. Inhale, reach out, drop that outer left hip. Exhale, slowly pull it in, make your own resistance. Inhale to reach out. Exhale, slowly drawing into center. Inhale, extend, dropping that left hip down. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale to reach out. And pause. Keep the left leg up, right hand back down. Keep the left leg extended. Now pull the right knee to chest. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, pull the left knee into the chest. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, bring the right knee in. Inhale, plank, lengthen tailbone to heels. Then exhale, left knee to belly. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, lift your hips and return to down dog, bending both knees, stretching belly to thighs, but keeping the ribs in, and then straighten the legs as much as they will. Again, arms, shoulders distance apart, and feet hips width. Turning the outer upper arms, the triceps back, biceps forward. Lift your right leg back and up from the inner thigh. Exhale, knee toward belly, shoulders over wrists. Inhaling here. Exhale, step it by the right hand. Take the left knee down to the mat. Pad up the left knee if it needs padding. Pull the right hip back and sink in, lifting through arrow straight arms. Continue to draw your tailbone down and lift your hip points up. Exhale. Sweep the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers and touching your palms as you open up your chest, looking up gently on the neck. Widening the collarbones. Release that and make your way to plank pose. Pull your belly in, slowly lower Chaturanga to the floor, all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale for cobra. Press the pubic bone down. Keep the neck long. Lengthen tailbone to heels. Lower back down. Tuck your toes under. On an exhale, press to plank. You can always keep your knees down. And then to down dog. Breathing here. Inhale to float your left leg up from the inner thigh. Keep the hips level. As you exhale, knee toward belly, shoulders over wrists. Take a breath here. And then as you exhale, we'll step the left foot up by the left hand and take the right knee down. Inhale, make your way to low lunge, pulling the left hip back, dropping the tailbone down, front ribs drawing in as your back ribs lift up. Stretch up through your arms and make sure they're straight. Exhale, sweep the hands to the low back, interlace your other pinky on top. Try to keep your palms touching as you roll the shoulders back and widen your chest. Maybe look up if it's okay on your neck. Release and come back to plank pose. Knees can be up or down as you hug your elbows in through chaturanga. Shoulders, keep them up as long as you can, and then everything touches at once. Inhale for cobra. Draw the shoulder blades toward the waist. Lift your hands up. Keep your feet pressing down. Using those back muscles and strengthening them. Keep breathing here. Drop the hands down by the low ribs. Inhale, either stick with cobra or come to up dog with thighs and knees off the floor. Use your belly muscles to come to plank pose. And then chaturanga, press up to plank and stretch to down dog. Even out the breath. Keep stretching back and then looking forward, begin to walk your feet to the hands. As you inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. On your exhale, fold in, bend the knees as needed. Press down through the feet to rise up on your inhale. And exhale, bring the hands down. Come to the top of your mat in Tadasana. Feet together or hip socket distance apart. Lifting your chest. Inner thighs spinning back. Lengthen tailbone to heels. Inhale, reach the arms up. Keep the ribs in. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. And chaturanga. Hold it a moment, press up to plank. You can always drop your knees down. Chaturanga. Inhaling to upward dog, shoulders above wrists. Exhale, lift up and back into down dog. And stretching back here. Press into the base of your fingers, lift up through your forearms. Firming the legs, ribs and belly pulling in and up. Look forward, lightly step or hop your feet to hands. Then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Press through your feet to rise up. Inhale for Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, back to Tadasana. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look up. Exhale, step the other foot back to plank. Slowly lower chaturanga up to plank, or you can always hold plank. Chaturanga again into upward facing dog. And then back to plank, hold it, or one more chaturanga, and then downward facing dog. Chaturangas are a great way to increase the strength in your whole body because you have to use your arms, you have to use your core muscles, you have to use your leg muscles. So make sure you're using all of those muscles when you're practicing chaturanga. Make your way onto your knees, interlace your fingers onto your forearms and tuck the toes and come into dolphin pose. Make sure the elbows are not wider than your shoulders. Lift and widen your shoulders away from your ears. Still spinning the triceps back. Step the feet back about a foot and ripple the spine forward to dolphin plank. Hips and heels in the same line. Chest forward, press up between the shoulder blades and draw your shoulders toward the waist gently. Keep lifting the backs of the knees toward the ceiling and the belly pulling in. Take a breath here. Almost done. And then release. Walk yourself into plank. You can always take your knees down for that. Lower through chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Back to plank. You can hold it or take one more chaturanga. Lift up and back for down dog and breathe. If you want to rest, take a rest. You can push the pause button if you like. Inhale to float the right leg up. This time we're going to bend the knee and open up through the hip. Press evenly through the arms and the shoulders as your left heel presses down. Square off the hips, knee toward belly, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, step it right in the middle of the hands. Spin your back heel down, lining up front heel and back arch. Warrior two. Bend your right knee over the ankle. Make sure it's over the middle toes. Press through the outer edge of your back foot, slightly lifting the back inner thigh up. Widen across your collarbones. Lift your chest. Draw your shoulder blades gently toward the waist and gaze over your front fingertips. Sink in a little deeper if you can. And breathing here. And then drop your left arm, reverse your warrior, side stretch. It's not a back bend. Inhale, come up, lean forward, right forearm to right thigh, left arm up and over. If you'd like, you can take your right hand to a block. Almost fell in that one. Rebend that front knee over the ankle and keep lifting the back inner thigh up. That left arm is stretching forward and the tricep spins down. So the pinky finger will be pointed toward the floor, thumb pointed up toward the ceiling. You kind of look up toward your armpit, but then you change your mind and then look at your hand. Release. Come to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhaling to upward dog. And exhaling to plank. You can hold it or take another chaturanga, press up and lift into down dog. Inhale your left leg back and up. Exhale, bend the knee and open up through the hip. Reach the right heel toward the floor. Press back evenly through the arms and the shoulders. Square off your hips as you exhale. Shoulders over wrist. Bring thigh toward belly. Looking right in the middle of the hands. Step the left foot right there. Spin the back heel down, lining heel to arch. Inhale for warrior two. Exhale, sink in and double check your left knee is over your ankle and pointed over the middle toes. Press the back thigh back, lift the back inner thigh up. Widen the collarbones and draw the shoulder blades gently toward the waist. Keep breathing here, pressing down into the front heel, pressing gently through the outer edge of the back foot while pressing the outer ankle in and up. Drop the right arm, reverse. Keep bending the front knee, then inhale to come forward, left forearm to left thigh, right arm up and over. Option to take your left hand deeper onto a block or onto the floor. Keep reaching one long line of energy from your fingertips of that right hand through the outer edge of the back foot. Imagine you could turn your belly up to face the ceiling. Go in that direction. Releasing down. Come to plank pose. As you exhale, lower chaturanga. As you inhale, come into up dog or cobra. Exhale, back to plank. You can hold it or chaturanga, pressing up to plank and then lift into down dog. Reconnect, steady breath. Make sure your fingers are spread, pressing into the base of your fingers, lifting the forearms up and away. Arms and ears are in line. Inhale, come onto the knees. And then come back to down dog. Make sure your blocks are in the front of your mat. Lift your right leg back and up, inhale. Exhale, hover, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, step it right in the middle. Again, spinning back heel down. Come to warrior two once again. This time, wrap your back arm behind your back and reverse. Inhale, come forward. Bring your right arm around your belly, left arm over ear. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale, reverse. Left arm behind the back. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Inhale, forward. Right arm around belly. Exhale, left arm in line with ear. Inhale, one more time. Left hand behind. Exhale, bend into the front knee, reverse. Inhale, forward. Right arm around belly. Exhale, left arm in line with ear. Then step up onto that right foot. Right hand on block if you have it. Half moon pose. Floating the back leg up. Heel and hip in the same line. Wrist under shoulder, stretch up through the top arm. Option to bend your left leg, reaching back for the foot and then pressing it back to stretch out the front of the thigh. As you're stretching the front of the thigh, you're contracting the hamstrings and strengthening them. Release the leg if you have it and slowly make your way to warrior two. Then exhale, windmill your arms down and make your way to plank. Chaturanga, exhaling. Up dog as you inhale, come back to plank, hold it, or exhale, chaturanga, press up to plank, and lift the hips for down dog. Inhale to float the left leg back and up, lifting from the inner thigh. Exhale, hover, knee toward belly, shoulders over wrists. Looking right in the middle of the hands, step it through. Inhale for warrior two. Exhale, make sure your heel to arch and the knee is over the ankle. Now wrap your right arm behind your back and reverse your warrior. Then inhale, come up, lean forward, left arm around belly. Exhale, right arm in line with ear, side angle. Inhale, back up. Right hand behind, reverse, exhale. Inhale, lean forward, left arm around belly. Exhale, right arm in line with ear. And again, inhale, back up. Right hand behind, exhale, reverse. Inhale, lean forward, left arm around belly. Exhale, right arm with ear. Inhale, step up onto that left foot, find a block. Take it out 6 to 12 inches in front of you on the little toe side of the foot. Float the back leg up. Try to get your heel and your hip in the same line. If you're steady enough to glance at your back toes, you should just be able to see them. Keep the leg extended or option to bend the knee, reaching for the foot, and then pressing it back, strengthening the hamstrings, stretching the quads. Slowly release the foot if you have it. Begin to bend the knee and slowly make your way to warrior two. Exhale, windmill the arms down, come to plank. Slow chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhale back to plank, hold it, or another chaturanga, press up and stretch back. As you're stretching back, pull the ribs and belly in, spin the inner thighs back, reach the weight toward the heels. Pin outer hips in and try to lengthen your butt bones down toward your heels. Look forward, lightly step or hop your feet up. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, fold in hips over the heels. Press down to rise up. Inhale, keep the ribs and belly in. And exhale to Samastitihi. Back to Tadasana at the front of the mat. Take a couple long breaths. And then inhale, bend the knees and drop your hips for chair pose. As you exhale, sweep the arms back, interlacing fingers. little wobbly. Open the chest, reach the knuckles back, and then slowly take belly to thighs, keeping knees bent, lifting the arms up, and then very slowly begin to straighten the legs any amount. Try to soften your elbow joints here as you're stretching through your shoulders. A tendency to want to lock them out. See if you can keep a little softness. Now rebend the knees, release your clasp, and sit back in a deep chair pose, Utkatasana. Drop your butt down, spin your inner thighs down, press your shins back. Sweep the hands again to the low back, other pinky on top. Open the chest on an inhale as you're slowly making your way belly to thighs. Keeping the knees bent, lifting the knuckles up, soft elbow joints, and then very slowly begin to straighten the legs. Crown of the head is going to reach down. Once the legs are straight, make sure hips are over heels and still stretching through your shoulders. And then very slowly again, belly to thighs, bend the knees, release your clasps, touch your fingertips down to the floor. Try to stay that low as you take arms up by ears. Belly in, tailbone down. And now, balancing on your right foot, we're going to lift the left leg up and then out. Really got to squeeze that outer right hip in and keep it nice and strong as you do this. Return to chair, grounding down through the left leg, balancing there. Find a spot to help you with your balance to look at. Take the right leg out to the right. Squeeze your left hip in towards center, really strengthening the outer left hip. Then sit back again. Belly to thighs, and fold in Uttanasana. Look up, lengthen on an inhale. Exhale, step or float. If you float back, land with bent elbows. Inhaling to up dog or cobra. Then to plank, you can hold it, or another chaturanga press up, and then lift the hips for down dog. On an inhale, we'll float the right leg back and up. Exhale. Draw it in, thigh toward belly, and then step it in the middle of the hands. And keep the knee over the ankle. So you might want to walk it to the right hand a little bit. Pull your right hip back, hands on blocks or on the floor. Then step the left foot forward and switch. Make sure left knee's over ankle. Right foot forward, knee over ankle. You can step or you can hop. Just make sure the knee is over the ankle. So if you're hopping, right foot, then left foot, make sure you get far enough so the knee's over the ankle. Otherwise, step. Right foot is in front and lift up into crescent. High lunge. Make sure that knee's over the ankle. Bend the back knee. Lightly tap it down. Keep the hips low, straighten. Now, if this bothers your knee, don't do it. Bend the back knee. Exhale, straighten. Keep the hips low. Inhale, bend the knee. Lightly tap it. Exhale, keep the hips low, straighten the leg. Inhale. Step up onto that right leg, lift the left leg up from the inner thigh, just like we did earlier, and hands on table. And keep the arms in front or reach them back, but lift the shoulder heads. And slowly back to crescent. Reach up through the arms, make sure the elbows are straight. And exhale to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, always your choice. Exhale, we're skipping that extra chaturanga, thank goodness, and go right to down dog. Pull the ribs and belly in, right leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, hover, draw the leg in, look between the hands, and step it up by that left hand. Stay on the ball of the back foot, knee over ankle, blocks on either side of the foot at any height, and then step. Right foot forward, left foot back. Make sure the knee's over the ankle and switch. Left foot forward, knee over ankle. Either hop switch, right forward, or keep stepping. Left forward, use your core muscles. Either way, right forward, left forward. Make sure that knee is still over the ankle and come on up into a high lunge. Pull the left hip back, lengthen the lower back. Ribs in, lengthen through the back body. Inhale, bend the back knee. Exhale, straighten it. Keep the hips low. If it hurts the knee, skip this. Bend the knee. Exhale, straighten. Keep the hips low. So instead of thinking you're going up and down, think bend knee, straighten knee. Stepping up onto the left foot, start to lift your right leg up. Drop the outer hip down, just like we did in table with opposite arm and leg. Pull your ribs and belly in. Stretch through the arms. You can also take them by your sides if that's better for you. And then slowly bend the left leg and come back to crescent. As you exhale, bring your hands down, come to plank. Slow chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Make sure shoulders are still over wrists. Exhale, lift up and back for down dog. Evening out your breath again here. Draw in through the ribs and belly. Keep the legs firm. And keep firming your outer hips in towards center, lengthening your butt bones down toward the heels. Then onto your knees and onto your forearms, interlacing your fingers. Come back to dolphin again. Make sure your elbows didn't go wider than the shoulders. Still spin the outer upper arms, triceps back and biceps forward, just like we do in down dog. Pull the ribs and belly in, firm the legs. Take a step back, inhale, dolphin plank. Try to get your hips and your shoulders in the same line. Keep widening across your chest and keep the crown of the head lengthening forward as your heels are lengthening back. So you're really working with the energy. Releasing the hands, come onto the right forearm, lift the left arm up, dolphin side plank. Bring your left hip a little bit forward so they're lined up. Lengthen butt to heels. Come back onto the forearms. Again, chest forward, lengthen butt to heels, pull the belly in, lift the backs of your knees, and then keeping your left forearm down, reach your right arm up, bring your top hip a little bit forward, squeezing the legs, pulling in the belly, shoulder blades release toward the waist, and then back to dolphin plank. Lift up through the hips, walk your feet in, make your way back into dolphin pose. Good work, by the way. This is a very strengthening practice. Take your knees down to come back to down dog, or lift your forearms up and make your way to down dog that way. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up dog or cobra. And exhale to plank. One more extra chaturanga, and then to down dog. Even out the breath. Look forward and lightly step or hop and come to seated. Phew. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips facing front. Bring your feet down with the knees bent and lift into reverse table. Let your head go back any amount. And then bring your chin in and lower halfway, press up. So lower, inhale, exhale, press up. Inhale, lower halfway down, and exhale, press up. Inhale, lower all the way down, working on those triceps. Take a couple breaths here. Wipe the sweat from your brow. And then fingertips facing front. You can also turn your hands out if this bothers your wrists. Lift up, let your head go back. Lengthen your butt toward the backs of your knees. And then bring your chin in. Extend your right leg up. Dip down, exhale, press up. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lower. Keep your belly lifted. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And now the left leg up. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lower slowly. Exhale, lift. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Up, up, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Set that foot down and then release. Take a break, sitting up. Nice work. Now we'll roll forward, step or float to chaturanga. Inhale back to up dog or cobra, and then exhale back into down dog. Lengthen out your spine here. Make your way to plank pose. Slowly lower all the way to your belly. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Pull your belly in and move the block out of the way so you can see my shoulders. Pull your belly in, roll your shoulders away from the mat, lift everything up. Lengthen your butt bones to the backs of your knees. Keep the back of your neck nice and long and breathe. Really working on stretching the front of the body a bit as we strengthen the back body. And then release and rest. You can rest your forehead, or you can take one ear down to rest, whatever you like. All right, interlace the other pinky on top at your low back. Press your palms together. Keep those elbows a little bit soft. Roll the shoulders away. Lift everything up. Lift the legs from the inner thighs. Keep your belly pulled away from the mat. Press your pubic bone down. Back of the neck long. And breathe. Nice, long, smooth breaths. If this bothers your lower back at all, release and rest. If it bothers your lower back, you need to lengthen your butt bones more toward the backs of your knees and lift your frontal hip bones more toward your lower ribs to get more length there. And that's going to help increase the strength in your lower back and belly. Slide your hands by your low ribs. Inhale to up dog. Tuck the toes, come to plank pose, hold it, or chaturanga, lift back into down dog. And then looking forward, lightly step or hop to seated. And lift your chest and belly and slowly lower onto your back. Very slowly. If this hurts your back, then take your hands down and lower yourself using your hands. Once you make it all the way down, walk your heels in so your heels are under the knees. And pull your belly in, lift your hip points up toward the lower ribs, and then begin to lift into bridge pose. Spiral your thighs in toward each other, and then slowly begin to lower down. Make sure your feet are parallel. Inhale, press into the heels, slowly lifting up. Keep lengthening tailbone to backs of knees. Exhale, begin to lower. This is a slow movement. Inhale, coming up. Spiral thighs in, keep the neck long. Exhale, slowly lower. Don't quite hit the mat, just hover above it. Then inhale, lifting up again. Now this time, grab the sides of the mat or interlace the fingers. And then draw your right knee into your chest and extend it up toward the ceiling. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, halfway lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, halfway down. Keep pressing into that left heel. Lift up, lower, lift up, and then release the right foot down. Keep rolling the shoulders under and lift the left leg up. Press into the right heel, halfway down, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower slowly. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, but hover a little bit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. And release the foot back to the floor, bridge pose. Widen collarbones, draw your front ribs down, spiral your thighs in toward each other, keep your neck long. And then release and slowly lower down. Take the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. Put a hand on your heart center, put a hand on your belly, and say to yourself 3 times, I am strong. I am strong. I am strong. You've certainly proved that today. Release, take your knees back up, and then hug them into your chest. Gently rock yourself side to side. Back and forth, side to side. Give your low back a little massage. You can make circles. And then either roll to the right to come up or start to rock back and forth, come all the way up to seated after 2 or 3 rocks. Extend the legs in front of you into Dandasana. Pull your toes back, bring your hands by your hips and sit up really tall. Really, really tall. Squeeze your outer hips in towards center. Make sure your legs are firm. So even just sitting here creates strength. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips to come forward. Lengthen through your spine as you take this forward fold. So instead of thinking you want to bring your head to your knees, think more about taking your belly to your thighs. Keep the collarbones a little bit widened and release your shoulder blades away from your ears toward the waist. Long, long breaths. Inhale halfway up. Exhale to release. Take the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And as you exhale, hinge from your hip creases to come forward. So again, instead of rounding through the back here, try to keep some length. Your outer hips are rolling down toward the floor, and then inhale, make your way up and take your legs wide for Upavista Konasana. Toes and knees pointing up. You can keep your hands behind you or walk yourself in front. Again, try to keep the spine as long as you can. Keep your toes and knees pointed up toward the ceiling. Your outer hips are spinning down and grounding down through the sitting bones. Keep squeezing your outer hips in as well. Walk yourself back up, get the grass off of you. Oh, that's just me. And then take the soles of the feet together again. Grab your big toes with your first two fingers. Make sure there's nothing behind you in case you accidentally roll back. Lift your feet, balancing on your butt bones, and then extend your right leg out slowly. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, left leg out slowly. Got to use some core muscles here to hold yourself from rolling back. Bend the knee back to center. Slowly both legs extend. Keep lifting the chest. Keep your spine nice and long. Widen your collarbones. You got to use back muscles to keep yourself up and core muscles. Now keep the legs up and touch your palms in the center. Now we're using leg muscles a lot. Reach for the balls of the feet or flex the ankles. Grab the toes again and slowly take the feet together. And then we're going to lean back. Taking our time, although if it hurts your back, then just lay right down. Come onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Hard work is over. Finally, take your hips over to the left a little. Drop your knees to the right and look over your left shoulder and twist. If you want a deeper twist, you can cross your left knee over your right knee. Breathe here. Relax. You've worked very hard today. Inhale back to center. Take your hips over to the left, over to the right a little bit, knees to the left. Look over your right shoulder. If you want a deeper twist, cross right knee over left. As you're twisting, try and turn your belly up toward the ceiling. Inhale, make your way to center. Now lengthen your butt toward the backs of your knees to stretch out your low back and pelvis. And then bring your arms out to the sides and draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. Let your feet flop open. And relax. Close your eyes. Come to natural breathing. Our quote comes from the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Love is the force that transforms and improves the soul of the world. When I first reached through to it, I thought the soul of the world was perfect. But later I could see that it was like other aspects of creation, had its own passions and wars. It is we who nourish the soul of the world, and the world we live in will be either better or worse, depending on whether we become better or worse. And that is where the power of love comes in, because when we love, we always strive to become better than we are. Now just rest. I'll be back shortly. Begin to take some longer breaths as you move your hands and your feet, ankles, wrists, and then stretch out through your arms and legs. Take a nice long stretch. Taking the arms back, bend the knees, roll yourself off to your right, and pause a moment. Thank yourself for showing up and doing your best. Make your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring the hands together. Hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth, which reminds us to have clear and loving communication. Sending out positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. The light in me recognizes, honors, salutes, and loves the light in you.